Obesity is a really big problem in today's day and age, and there are a lot of people that want to lose weight, but they don't know how to. They think it's this really complicated topic. It's super intricate, and there's so many steps that you have to follow. It's just too hard to get into. But I want to tell you that that's not the case at all. In fact, I have three simple steps that you can follow that will help you start your weight loss journey today. My name is Jace, and I lost over 115 pounds in 2025, and now I just want to help other people do the same. Now, I do want to keep this video fairly short and compact, but I wanted to say quickly that it is really easy to get discouraged, especially at the very beginning. It's the hardest part for most people. In fact, I myself failed countless times before I succeeded with losing weight. But don't let that discourage you, because this video should help you make it a lot easier on yourself. With that being said, the first step in starting is figuring out how much to eat. Now, if you've ever heard the term calorie deficit, but you don't know what that means, I'm here to explain it to you. A calorie deficit is basically just a fancy term for when you eat less calories than your body needs every day to keep you at your current weight. So by eating in a caloric deficit, you are eating less, you're giving your body less energy than it needs to keep you at where you are now, which in turn forces it to pull from your glycogen storages and pull fat off of your body to use that as energy instead. Now that is the action, that's what's happening. The deficit intake is the physical number that we need that you're going to be eating at every day, and that's what we have to calculate. It sounds really complicated at first, but it's actually really easy thanks to the internet. All you need to do is go on Google and search up deficit intake calculator. I believe the first link that pops up is by calculator.net. That's a really trustworthy one, but really any that you go to is going to be just fine. But you'll click on that and it'll ask you to fill in some boxes. I believe you need your height, your weight, and your activity level. And once you fill those out, it'll spit a number back out at you, and that's usually a pretty good estimate of your deficit intake. I do want to say that when you fill in your activity level, it's going to give you a range. I believe it's like 5 different options, but I highly recommend putting the one below what you think you're actually at. So, for example, if you work out 3 to 4 times a week, choose the option that says 1 to 2 times a week instead. The reason being is these calculators do tend to overestimate a little bit with the activity level, and so by doing this, it'll kind of even it out and give you a better estimate. And now we're on to step 2, and that is to start tracking the things you eat. Now, I know that a lot of people really don't like this idea. It sounds like a lot of hard work, and I promise you it is not as bad as it seems. It is incredibly important because having at least a base level knowledge of how many calories are in the everyday foods that we eat, such as eggs or bread or condiments, is so incredibly helpful, and it will continue to benefit you as you go on in your weight loss journey and even afterwards. By far the easiest way to start doing this is to just download a calorie tracking app on your phone. I use MyFitnessPal, and it's usually what I recommend because it's just incredibly easy to start out and it's not very complicated. I promise I'm not sponsored by them or anything. It's what I've used for the past 2.5 years. It works. Now, after you've downloaded the app, you'll need to go into there and adjust the calorie amount so that it is at the number that you got from the calorie calculator. I don't remember exactly where to find it, but I promise you it's not hard. If you just look around for a second, you will find it. But just change whatever number is in it to the number that you got from your calculator so that you can track using that amount. And after you've done that, you just need to track your food now. It's incredibly easy. They have a search bar in there that has like every single food in existence. So just look up whatever you're trying to track and enter how much you had, and it will log it. And the final step is to be consistent. I know it's not a practical step, but it is also incredibly important. Anyone can track their calories for a day, but if you can do it for a week or even a month, then you can lose the weight. You should also know that progress does not take days or even weeks. Most of the time, it takes several months in order to see a noticeable difference. At the very beginning, you will drop a few pounds pretty quickly because you're losing water weight and your glycogen storages are depleting and things such as that, but it will start to slow. Again, don't let that discourage you because if you can be consistent, then you will see the results regardless. And the very last thing to remember is that just like you can't get abs in a day, you also can't get fat in a day. So if you have a bad day, if you go over your caloric deficit, that is okay. It's not going to ruin all your progress and it's not going to set you back weeks. Just get back on track and do your best. It'll be all right. I hope this helps you, and it is an incredibly hard journey, but it is so worth it. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments and I will get back to you because I have literally nothing better to do. Thank you for watching and take care.